Good morning. Sunday, December 6th. Welcome to my channel, Manny Cabrera. We're going live from the capsule where we speak about design, AI, and using all that to implement the good life. You guys are going to hear some background noise. Kids are up. Kind of a little bit what this video is about is just being able to pivot and do it with intention. Yesterday, I went to tattoo a design, and I presented the design to them initially, and then after the fact, as I was leading up to the appointment, they loved the original design. As I was leading up to the appointment, I thought like, hey man, I want to kind of rework this and make this a little cooler, and I did that. And I felt like the design that I did the second time was a little bit better. And I kind of had that intent and I had that mindset, like, this is the one he's going to pick. This is the one we're going to do. And when he showed up, the client, which was a very cool kid, and we started on a really cool project, and a little bit about what this is about. And then I'm also going to be designing with AI, and I designed with AI for that one as well. So it's getting better. It's almost learning what I'm looking for aesthetically, because I also have a perspective and an image that I'm looking for, just like everybody else does. When they come in, they have like a predispositioned mind, and for you to sell them on a idea that's not that, and or idea that's better than that, it has to be aesthetically pleasing enough to convey and sell them, right? To like change their belief system. So we ended up going with the second choice, but I still went in as hard as I could, and I didn't say like, there was a couple of things that were almost stacked up against me and made it not run so smoothly, which is the design choice. The appointment is almost like a pickup appointment where he kind of missed his first appointment, and then we went in and got him in on a early cancellation, reschedule, and then he already made it clear that he couldn't sit well, and then he had a budget proposition as well. So there was a lot of things going on, but I still pivoted and I still did the best job I could. I'm gonna show you guys as far as we got. I could have just been like, you know what? This tattoo is gonna be not what I wanted it to be. I'm not as excited as I was. I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna give it 80%, or I'm gonna knock it out as fast as I can. And I could have done that, and I think I would have been, just like anything else. Hey, hello, how are you? Just like anything else, I would have been ashamed of myself. That's just the way I operate. So today's live main caption is like pivoting with intent, being able to move and not go with choice A, but go with choice B, but still go super hard and make sure that that works out for you. So this design, we ended up, I ended up working in the same fashion that I always do. So we ended up only getting like that much of the design done. It was from his elbow all the way to his shoulder, and we ended up getting just like a very small portion done. Just because I'm taking my time, I want to do the best tattoo I can possibly do. And I'm gonna come back to that and show you guys what I got done with it, what the original design was, what I ended up doing. But I think I'm gonna package that maybe a little bit later. But let's go ahead and check that out really quickly. So this was a design that I really wanted to do. Ooh. Hello, HWAS. Hello. That's a design I really wanted to do. And I ended up putting all those blocks in and stuff like that, and in this pink stuff to kind of break up some of that trippy stuff. But then what we ended up doing was, I know I said I was going to package this up to a little bit later, but I figured it was right here. Like as soon as I opened my gallery, it was right there looking at me. So I was just like, might as well. And then this is what we ended up doing. This was choice B, right? And I'm gonna put those side by side for you guys to watch and see together. And then I'll show you what we got done. And basically what I'm trying to say is that sometimes it's not the way you want it to be. It's not the way you intended it to be, but you do the best with what you got. You do the best with the decisions that are being made. And then that's part of the process. That's part of being an artist. that's kind of what you trained for the whole time. You know what I mean? It's almost like, and even though when you're training in a gym, you're not supposed to fight on the streets, but that's kind of what you're practicing for. You know, everybody who's using tactical stuff, you know, they're practicing on how to shoot and how to defend themselves and and it's not like you don't want to be doing that stuff, but if in point that happens, you can act. You know, done. Save the photos. I'm gonna put them side by side so you guys can kind of see it in real time and see the difference of the two designs, and which one I got to do, and then I'm gonna show you guys as far as I got, and then done. Save the photos, and then we're gonna design with AI. We're gonna go right to designing with AI. I'm going to Chat GPT. I'm doing today is a very loose day. I might do some floral work. Hey, what's going on, guys? Thank you, everybody that's in the chat. I appreciate you guys checking in. I might do some floral work. I might do some imprinted designs on someone, which is like engraved, almost looking like something is carved out of stone. Like maybe it would be like the Ten Commandments would be. And I kind of do that with designs up the arm just to kind of fill space. And or I might do this character that's out of a band that I'm not super familiar with. People talk about it all the time, but that's probably what I'm gonna end up designing with AI with you guys today. And how I'm gonna do that is I have a very rough image of it. It's a very dark image. I'm gonna show you guys exactly what that is. I'm probably gonna either end or trace that just to kind of get a little logistics of kind of what's going on in that image. And then I'm gonna kind of draw my own really quickly, rough sketch stuff. Then I'm gonna feed it to chat and see what chat gives me. And we'll be together for that. And that's what I'm talking about when it comes to like mindset, art, and how to wrap that around your life. I'm big into all that. I'm big into keeping your body fit as possible, ornamenting what you can, and letting the rest ride. So let's go here. I'm gonna add, boom, 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 insert a photo. So here we go, side by side. I never even did this for myself. So I wanted to do this one, and then we ended up doing this one. Even though this is what I sent him initially, and he was like, "Oh, I love it." And then I was like, "Man, I kind of want to freaking like that, bro. Like I think that'll be really cool." And he was like, "Nah, let's stick with the original idea." And then, guys, let's see, man. Let's see if it transferred over, man. You know, it would be my yeah. It'd be my luck that it never transferred over. And unfortunately, guys, you know, the best I can show you, and that's weird, dude, because I have like the picture of me pulling the stencil, but it doesn't have the pictures of me, of the bit of the tattoo that I did. And I would have to go into the phone to make that happen. And this is what happens when you go live and you're not 100% prepared for what it is exactly that you're going to talk about. I did want to talk about pivoting and doing that with intention. Always giving your 110%, especially when it's something that you're building, because that's, you know, basically what I'm doing. I'm like building a tattoo that I'm gonna see the final result of. So you can be proud of yourself. So go 110, and that's also gonna reap you the rewards that you want as well. And those are the things that you need in this life. So that's basically what this first part of this video was about me going in with the idea that I was going to do a really cool, man, this is so hyper custom. By the way, I used chat to design that as well. That angel with the clock and the, you know, that basic angel, the first thing besides the trippy background, like the psychedelic stuff. Besides that, I use chat to also design that. So I'm starting to use it a lot more on a day-to-day basis, and not just for asking it questions and bouncing ideas off of, and for it to give me strategies on how I should be doing things. I'm using it more to help me design and helping me rough sketch something and almost let me see if it looks cool before it even gets that far, before it's even consumed that much time. And I like that. And today we're gonna do that again. I owe you guys a picture of how far we got in the drapery. You know, that angel has a lot of like drapery. It has a veil and like almost like a shawl that it's wearing. I don't know if it's a specific word or the right word to call that, but most angels kind of have that drapery, and that's to do it really well. For me, that's been tattooing for close to a decade. I think it's one of those things that are kind of hard to do because there's a lot of subtleness in it. There is a lot of hard lines and wrinkles and shadows, but outside of that, hey, how's everybody doing? Yo, what's going on, guys? PS Mobile 1941. Hey, how are you? Um, Everybody that's in the chat, appreciate you guys chiming in. There was a time where it like shot up, man. It went crazy, and then it went away. So people weren't interested in what I had to say, but that's okay. I'm here to just put this out and kind of almost learn things better for myself also, so it's serving its purpose. But I really appreciate everybody who chimes in, leaves comments. Please like and subscribe if you are on the road with me to developing a mindset around artistry and how to relate that back to life in itself and building something that's sustainable and something that you can kind of almost visualize and do before or see it out doing the things that you're doing, very similarly to the way you would do it with a workout, the same way you would do it with a piece of art. You can kind of see what you want it to be like, and then you take the steps to learn to be able to put yourself in position to do that. And it just kind of all makes sense to me. Patterns are kind of highly recognizable to me and to my son. I noticed that in my son, that he can recognize when something is off. If something's in sequence and something's off, he'll go right to it and be like, oh, play with that area or do something in that area because that's what's calling his attention. That is not in a good position. So let's go. Let's get after it, guys. I'm doing too much chat. I've been doing too much chatting on the live. But let's go here. Let's go here. And I hope you guys like that angel design. I'm going to start maybe doing a little bit more research on prompting and kind of how to speak to chat and what are the best actual apps that are better for image generation. Are one's better than the other? Those are all topics that can possibly unravel in these live chats. Trying to do long form. I really like to do these chats because can we get a blue-eyed white dragon design? Blue... I'm gonna let me write that down. Maybe, okay. It's not gonna happen today. Blue-eyed white dragon design. Sounds cool though. Sounds like some Game of Thrones stuff. Yeah, we can possibly do that. I can possibly do that in the future. I'll just look out for me. Subscribe, hit some likes. Tell people about me. I'll be doing different designs and different stuff. I'll be taking requests from the chat. But today, this morning, I'm going to be just kind of seeing if AI will help me design something just off of me giving it a really vague suggestion of what this character looks like. You know what I mean? I'm kind of... I'm going to show you guys really quickly what I'm getting it off of. I'm sure, and maybe I'm not, but maybe you guys would know who this is. This is a guy, I guess, of a band, and I've tattooed this guy before. And I've done designs about this band in different ways and kind of manipulated it and stuff like that. And I've mentioned this band to other people, and they know exactly what the band is, but I don't for some reason. And whatever, that's okay. You know what I mean? Boom. So what I'm doing is I'm just, straight tracing, but heavily loosely, bruh. Like, guys, I'm gonna show you. I did just show you right now how loosely I was tracing. But bruh, I'm tracing this heavily loosely, right? And I'm getting familiar with this design as well. And this is where, for as much as I'm cheating, right? Because let's keep it 100, man. I'm not drawing this out of my head like I used to, and or not drawing it from reference like I used to. Before I would like draw this. I just look at it and draw it. You know what I mean? Do the best job that I can, and it kind of looks like it's a morph between like a guy or like a, you know, like a human. A human, mutant of some sort, because he's got like a whole bunch of arms and stuff. But it kind of resembles humanness because he's got a mask on. I don't know what about that makes it look human. But and it's like this weird creature, dude. You know what I mean? That like has like skulls all on his back. So like that's like the graveyard. He's carrying like the graveyard on his back. You know what I mean? Which is fucking cool. I get that. And I'm just tracing this shit like, bruh, like just nasty work, bro. Nasty work. And seeing what chat's gonna give me. And I'm gonna feed it both of these. I'm gonna tell it exactly what I did. You know, I traced this and like, guys, look at this tracing. Look at this tracing of that, you know what I mean, of that guy or whatever the hell, you know what I mean? Like let's see what chat does. Let's see what chat does, cuz I could draw something fucking kind of super cool with that. You know what I mean? But I'm playing with the idea of like, you know, what can chat do for me, and then I can always revert back to another image, because what he's actually asking me for is kind of not in my wheelhouse. He wants me to use that image to do some other cover of something else, and that's not going to work out, because that's just, it's not. So we're playing around with this idea. Um, so we're gonna go here. I'm gonna go to chat, and we're gonna avoid to take pictures. Go here. Actually, go here, duplicate this. I'm gonna lasso that just so I get just the character. Boom. Duplicate it again. I told you guys I'm a duplicated maniac with the joint. And then I'm going to duplicate this just so it stays there. Go here, here, desaturate this, make it black. And then I do have that in the notes. If you're still around, teach 30, 33, 35. If you're still around, call it live. Woohoo! Hey, what's going on? What's going on? Yeah, you're always in the chat. I don't know exactly who you are, but I really appreciate you. So I have that in the notes, and I'm gonna make sure to remember that. And I owe you guys a blue-eyed white dragon design. All right, so be on the lookout for that. So now I'm gonna take a screenshot of this, guys, real quick, and I'm gonna feed it and see what it does for me. I'm not gonna talk because I think like my prompting when I type is I guess more efficient for the broadcast, but I don't know. Gives me image of character. Give me one moment, guys. Boom. So like, what, they spam the chat? Cool. Slow down tunes. Oh, look at that, guys. I tried. Here goes the cheater mentality, cheater method. I hadn't turned off my watch from the workout prior that I had gotten in before I got on this live, and it was still running. And I guess just because usually if you stop, like if you stop working out, it'll ask you like, oh, you just stop working out. And I guess because my heart rate was still elevated because I'm on here and I'm talking and doing all this stuff, maybe it didn't recognize it. Somebody's like spamming in the chat. That's like, I don't know what that is. Am I supposed to get rid of that? I'll find out about that. But they're just like GR. Uh, Slow down tunes. Well, the tunes, I don't know how I would do that. How would, I know we spoke about that. I will. I'm trying. I'm trying, Victe. Someone's telling me to lose weight. I'm trying. Trying to lose a little bit. Um, But yeah, I don't know how I would do that. How would I play it on the live? Would I like have to decipher it, or because I think it's gonna ask me later to like edit the video, and then I'll be able to like put those tunes in. But I don't know if I'll be able to play that while I have the live going. And if I do that, would it have to be like an external source? It's something to look into for sure. I appreciate you always chiming in and letting me know good things to do. We're on here for about 20 minutes. I'm asking this thing to give me a very cool image of this. You know how it is, man. I've heard this many and many a times over. That when you expose yourself, and that's true, and I can see it in people as well, where when you put yourself out there, man, people are gonna say good things and people are gonna say bad things, and that's okay, man. You just have to be able to overlook things. And God damn, guys, nah. Hey, no. I'm already gonna tell you. This is great, dude. This is great. So you seen what I put in, right, guys? You seen what I put in, right? My drips, right? So this was the image that was like, given to me. I kind of traced it and gave it, because there's even within that, you can't really see that much, right? It's a made up character. Does it have arms? Does it not have arms? Where do they come out from? So it says 4 arms plus 5 plus 4 legs. Is it drippy? How many skulls does it have in its back? It's a very, very black image. And I'm sure that there's always it's a style choice, because all the images that I've drawn from have been that. So guys, you've seen that, right? You've seen that. So let me read really quickly what it gave me. If you like another version, it's more illustrative. So let me screenshot this first. And then it gave me something that's really cool. But I'm going to ask it for another version. Guys, you remember what I put on there, right? The little freaking black design in the line work thing? Guys, this is what it gave me, bro. Look at that. That's sick. That's sick. We already went over. That's amazing, bro. I'll tattoo that all day, every day. That's awesome, dude. Awesome design. But now I'm gonna ask you for something else, because that's what we can do, dude. That's what we can do. That's as simple as that. As simple as me. Save the photos. Look. So it asked me. already. Like, you know, it's already asking me, hey, is this good enough? Or would you want me to change this up? Do you want me to do this with that? Do you want me to bring this into, bro, like, I love that. I love that. And, you know, I'm going to do that. It's asking me, do you want me to make it a little cleaner, a little bit more legible, a little bit less painterly, a little bit? Hey, I got a guy coming for me. I got a guy that's coming for me that's not going to allow this live to go on. But we've been on for 25 minutes. I appreciate everybody that's been chiming in. I'm going to continue to let you guys know what we got going on. We got my boy Micah coming through. Yo, Micah, come on. Let these guys know. Micah's going to start making the show. I appreciate everybody that chimes in. I'm going to let this go on for a couple more minutes. And come here, Mikita. Venga. He's playing with his Black Panther. He ain't worried about me. That's my boy right there. Little Michaelio. It's Micah, man. But anyways, yeah. I appreciate everybody that chimes in. If you guys want to give me a shout, drop a comment in the, drop a like on the video, drop some comments underneath. Give me some suggestions on things I should do. I really appreciate everybody that has been chiming in. And this is all about art, design, and relating that to life. If you're on that same mindset, feel free to subscribe, follow the tribe, and let's see what this turns into. I really don't know what direction I'm taking it besides like the art and the mindset that I have to kind of make this all work for myself. But we'll see kind of how it goes, man. That's the evolution. I appreciate you guys very much. Take care and enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Oh, guys, it gave it to me. I was about to chime off. Bang, another version. So, you know, pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool. All right, guys. Appreciate you very much. Enjoy the rest of it. Say what? That I love you? Do. Bye-bye.